You wanted a video on COVID vaccine and anxiety? Here's your video on the COVID vaccine and anxiety. So I do have quite a few posts on this on the DARE Facebook pages. There are a million posts from members about the vaccine and anxiety. So this video is to kind of help answer all the questions that keep coming in. Tried to get away with writing that it's just like any other unknown. It's all the other uncertainties. We're fighting how we're feeling in regards to the situation, but you guys are not having it. So here's your special video just for this. So when it comes to vaccinations, this is not a video to determine is science right, or it's just an anti-vax video. What do I do? Is COVID real? Is COVID not real? None of that stuff. We're not doing that here. What this is about is for people who do want to get a vaccine for COVID. They maybe even made an appointment. If there was no such thing as anxiety, you would be going to get this vaccine. However, we are stuck not going or being ambivalent because of the anxiety we're feeling, not because of actual decisions we're making about the vaccine. I just want to clarify that first. There seems to be people stuck all different steps along the way in regards to this vaccine. So I'm going to try and hit every one that I've heard. So even before getting the vaccine, okay, you have an appointment and it's the anticipatory anxiety you're feeling ahead of time. That's been a common one. So every step along the way is something that I've seen posted. The anticipation, the what ifs, worrying, feeling heightened state of anxiety leading up to the appointment, okay? The next set of concerns I hear is the appointment. Scared of vaccines, scared of shots. What if I pass out? So that's combined with also this having to stay for 15 minutes afterwards. I'm stuck here. I'm trapped here. What if I have a panic attack and I'm stuck here for 15 minutes and I can't leave? That's another slew of issues that come up. And then it's after that, it's a lot of worrying about not if I'm going to have some terrible side effect or reaction, but how I'm going to feel. Like I'm expecting high levels of discomfort possibly, and I'm concerned about how I'm going to feel. I'm going to feel uncomfortable. I'm going to feel fluey. Maybe I'll feel achy. And the concern is about the day or two after with that heightened discomfort. And then we have the far after the vaccine is done, the concerns of what if I have a side effect? What if something happens to me? All of the unknowns. Everything is brand new. What if we find out years from now there's something wrong with this? So I know these are all questions that come up daily. So this is no different than anything else we talk about with anxiety. So maybe if I say it and you hear it, but like you hear it in a different way, you'll see how it's all connected. Anticipatory anxiety, the what ifs, the unknowns, the uncertainties. Oh, and here's the other one. Just a vaccine in general, people that have something related to taking medicine in general, it's usually geared towards this idea of like, something's in my body right now and I can't get it out. So I'm kind of stuck here. And then here comes good old panic attack, where now we're almost looking for side effects. We're looking for physical sensations, because it's this idea of like put something in my body and now I'm kind of stuck with it in here, kind of trapped. So I don't think I missed anything. That seems to be the main things that come up around this vaccine. But do you hear my words? It's all the same sort of thing we talk about when it comes to anxiety. Anxiety is in the fight of all things that are not to be fought right now. So there are a lot of unknowns. There are a lot of uncertainties. There are a lot of things that could happen. I could not feel well afterwards. I could feel fine. So it's leading up to the vaccine. It's how you deal with anticipatory anxiety. It's really not about the vaccine when it comes to anxiety. It comes to me fighting how I'm feeling and trying to determine how I'm going to feel, or fighting the ideas of something that might happen. The vaccine just happens to be the topic of that fight, but anxiety lives in the fight. So the times leading up to when your appointment is, you practice how you talk to yourself. You've either chosen to have this vaccine or you have chosen not to. So if you've chosen to, right, stick with it. Be kind of firm with yourself. Anxiety loves ambivalence. Oh, should I? Shouldn't I? I'm feeling kind of anxious. Oh, I don't know. Let me wake up and see how I feel. And then you're making all decisions based on how you feel rather than what you've chosen to do. So again, this is not a video to tell you, definitely go take this vaccine. Definitely do not take this vaccine. This is for, if there was no such thing as anxiety, you would have made an appointment and had this taken care of. Okay. So as the time's coming closer to the appointment, learning how to respond to those thoughts for the anticipation of going towards your appointment. Then here's the appointment, right? Now we're going in and you're going to stay in the moment rather than the, what if I pass out? What if I get stuck here? What if I have a panic attack? Flip the script. That's basic dares. Diffuse, allow, and run towards those thoughts, those feelings, and then engage where you are. So, right, you always hear me trying to be silly, exaggerated, be playful, say, oh, if I pass out, I'll get a free nap in. Again, I know you don't want to pass out. Nobody wants what they're fighting against, what they're trying to prevent. But the anxiety lives here in the fight of what you're trying to control. Okay? So it's, oh, if I get lightheaded, I'll get a free cookie. I'll get to spend another hour out of work. That sort of mindset that lets go of the fight of those thoughts. Okay? When it comes to anxiety, the problem is never the content of your thoughts. It's the fight of them, how you treat thoughts, how you treat your physical sensations, how you treat the ideas of the future. Okay? So, and when it comes to that, I'm trapped, I'm stuck here. What if I freak out? What if I have to leave? Stay here. That's still a what if. So stay here. Right now, just sitting here. If Walgreens exploded, I would leave. I'm not going to say I need to sit here for 15 minutes to see if I have any reaction, right? If an emergency happens and there is danger, I will take that fear in my body and use it to fight danger. Right now, I'm fighting fear. So I might sit here and it feels like I'm trapped. And you act as if you're not, because you aren't. Say, I get to sit here. Hi, I get to sit here for 15 minutes. Oh, this is great. So now I'll know. Let's see what happens in 15 minutes. Let's do it now, body, right? Let's see what happens. And it lets go of hanging on for dear life. Remember, this is the problem. Not how you're feeling, not the fear, the fight of fear, or when you take fear and you fight through situations, okay? And then afterwards, looking forward, what if I feel uncomfortable? What if I feel achy? What if I feel sick? The response is, then I won't like how I feel. Again, not an emergency. What's probably happening is it's this response of, but I don't want to feel this way. It reminds me of something else. What if it gets worse? And then we have all these other thoughts of, what if I actually get COVID? What if I get COVID from the shot? And we get all these other thoughts that we tend to spin out on. Sometimes they could be pretty far-fetched, but again, it's never about the content of the thought, and you're never gonna really address this with facts and logic and rational thinking. Anxiety doesn't care about that stuff. It doesn't care about charts and fact sheets and percentages. It just cares about, but what if it all goes wrong? But what if this weird thought actually does happen? Okay, remember, that's a what if. So it's how you respond to that what if. Again, the context of all this just happens to be the COVID vaccine, but you replace that with anything else, any other medicine that you might take, any other health anxiety, any other what if situation, any other physical discomfort. It's really the same thing. This just happens to be like a lot of unknowns, a lot of uncertainties. Things change in the news here and there. And the more you scroll through the news and you see, the more you look for things, the more you find. So I hope this helps. I hope this helps clarify how to approach all these scenarios. And again, if it's worst case scenario, right now you're thinking about a worst case scenario. Stay here, okay? When we imagine a what if, your body acts as if. That's where the fear is coming from. So if you're imagining something funny, your body's acting as if something's funny happening now, right? You can laugh thinking about something funny because you're imagining it, so your body's responding accordingly, okay? It's this mind-body connection. all that's really happening is we imagine danger. Our body acts as if we're in danger, right? If we're in the world of the what ifs, of something scary and an idea of danger, your body's going to act as if danger's happening now. And that's where fear is coming from. So stay here. When you're in a what if, what's actually happening is right now you're thinking about something that you don't want to happen. You're having a thought that you don't like. That's still fine. That's not a problem. The problem is when we fight that thought, we fight through that thought, we try to prevent the bad thing from happening, and all we're actually doing is fighting and hanging on and battling and or freezing or retreating or doing all these things as if you're in danger right now. So I think I hit all the little parts about the COVID vaccine. Take this, take DARE, take the basics of DARE and use this moving forward. Okay? I hope you guys found this helpful. I hope this cleared things up, and I will see you on the next video.